Alrighty then. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome, one and all. My name is Michael. I'm the Dad as a Gamer, and welcome to Starfinder 2nd Edition. No place like home. Our adventure that is set high among the stars within the Pact world as our heroes from this fantastic adventure embark on their own journey and quest as a group of wayward pioneers, free runners who are trying to make their way in this universe. Joining me today are my wonderful and amazing Patreons who support the channel, keep the lights on, and let me do all these cool, crazy, fun, and amazing things. Guys, say hello to the folks at home.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
All right. Are you guys super loud, or is that just me?
I'm always loud.
Okay, there we go. That's better. Yeah, perfect. All right. Well, it is good to see everyone, and I'm very, very keen for today's game. So, before we kick off, we just have a quick thank you to, of course, the lovely Steve from Forge of Lore, who has dropped by with their community. Thank you so much for bringing them along. I hope that your stream playing around with Tailspire went really, really well. For those of you who have not met me before, my name is Michael, I'm the Dad as a Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. We play games. And for those of you who don't know, Steve is a wonderful and amazing DM who does a lot of his own work using amazing products and amazing things such as Tailspire in order to do so, which is a 3D tabletop. Something I did try to utilize for a little while, but eventually became a little bit too much prep work to sustain the number of games I run. So, yeah. But it's very cool. It's very cool. And if you ever want to check it out, definitely a good place to start. So, now, before we kick off, we have some people to thank. And that is, of course, our lovely sponsors who keep the lights on and let us look as good as we do. We have, for our sponsorship, we have Hero Forge for the wonderful artwork you can see on screen here. All of the character tokens and stuff that you can see on screen are courtesy of that amazing 3D model making software, which is compatible with Tailspire as well, just so you know. So if you did want to play on a 3D virtual tabletop, you actually could use not like the 2D tokens that I have, but full 3D rendered Hero Forge tokens on that. So that's actually very cool. Then we have Fantasy Grounds for our VTT of choice, which you can see behind me. All of our maps, all of our dice rolls, all of the rules references that we have are all done using Fantasy Grounds. So yeah, go check them out. And lastly, we have Sirenscape for the beautiful sound effects that you'll hear throughout the course of the game, making my players more immersed with whatever it is we're doing. There you go. Now, speaking of my players, we should now take the time to introduce all of the characters who are going to be embarking on today's session, starting with none other than the amazing Captain Gareth. Now, while my players are introducing themselves, I am going to enjoy the last of my yogurt. So, Steve, take it away.
Hi, I'm Steve. That's Cookie Mon Steve to, the other, because I'm not Steve from Forge of Lore. He's the president of the Council of Steves. Yeah, I play Gareth. He's the captain of this, fun crew of people doing silly things. He's got a past, kind of might be sort of on the run from both the law and organized crime. And just essentially creating chaos in a somewhat broken down ship, but that was what he could afford at the time. Passing.
Am I good? Yeah. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Cass. I'm playing Elowen, the human mystic who is on her journey of spiritual actualization. And she's the healer, and God bless her, she's recklessly curious and trying to keep everybody alive at the same time with mixed results with mixed results at times. Yes, Marcus.
Hello, I'm Marcus. I'm playing Mercutio, the automaton engineer of the group, formerly an undead crusader from the city of Canabras. He went on a journey, got trapped in a teapot. The teapot wound up inside the robot, and now he's here with the party. And after a very stressful stressful encounter with an assassin, he realized that he needs to go back on a yes.
If you don't have blood vessels, how do you have high blood pressure? Why? What do you define as a stressful situation? Do you just have instruments that just show up and say pressure, 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 stress, stress? You're stressed,
Oh my
and then
I
just
still
shows
have
you kitten videos
emotions.
like on
There
YouTube,
can
like
be
just
emotional distress.
true, true. I was just curious. So
After that encounter, he realized that he needed to go back to his ways of being a paladin, and he's not really had much to be able to do with that yet, but he is still slowly rediscovering his faith. On to Mally.
Oh yeah, I am next. Hi everybody, I'm Malakisa, and I play Carlina, who is a Patra Guardian. Just saying, for emphasis, because that's what she is as class. She's a Guardian. And she's a Junker who was with Gareth from the beginning of purchasing the Morning Phoenix. And she does her best to hold the ship together and to try to hold the crew together, including trying to make sure the medic doesn't wind up killing herself by jumping in the middle of combat. Although apparently stuff's going to get interesting with the medic becoming an unarmed combat person. So we'll see how that works out.
fantastic. All right, that is, of course, our lovely group of players who are here today. Of course, we do have Medellin, who is our chief security officer and a skittermander on the run from the Vescari Empire, who is played by Votaria. And we have Noir, a operative clone who is currently on the mysterious side of whether or not he's part of the group, who is played by Matt from All Things Fantasy, who we see in chat. Good morning, Matt. I hope you're doing well. But they are unfortunately not able to be here today, but we wish them all the best and hope to see them soon. Now, thank you. This is, of course, our characters for today. But before we launch into today's campaign, we do have one last announcement to make, and that is, of course, the appreciation for our lovely audience members for being here and showing up and having a good time. Guys, it means the world to have you guys be a part of this stream and to just be in chat, chatting, having a good time. It is absolutely incredible. And as such, we don't just want you to sit down and watch the show like as an audience member. We want you to be here with us, sitting at the table, a flyer on the wall, and able to do stuff while we play. So first of all, while you're watching the show, at any point in time, you can use channel points in order to influence the game with insight bonuses, wandering monsters, wandering bosses, divine intervention, divine healing, so many cool things. All of those are just available just from you watching. If you haven't subscribed, though, subscribing does earn you channel points quicker, so you get the bigger rewards for, less, but all my channels, have that. So, yeah, just do that. And for those of you who want to help Dag with his survival check for the month, which, of course, goes towards subscription services and all the stuff for, like, just basically streaming and maintaining my my general health, then we have, of course, some monetary donations, which can go towards more tangible effects in the game. Let's see. We have, for $5, we have hero points and jinx points. Hero points are these red marks on my players. Jinx points are the purple ones. Hero points can be used to stave off death, petition the DM for stuff that isn't in the rules, and roll with advantage. Jinx points to counteract hero points, make bad guys roll with advantage, and complicate things ever so slightly. Schoolie has come in hot in this morning with a hero point for everyone. So thank you so much to our dear friend Schoolie. Much appreciated. So everyone who is here is now acquiring a hero point. There we go.
Thank you, Scully.
And
Thank you.
Carlina. There we go. Yep. So everyone has scored a hero points. Thank you, Schoolie. Very, very appreciate it. Now, for $10, I have 2 decks of cards in front of me. The first deck is a narrative plot twist deck, where I will draw from a range of plot twists and use the inspiring plot twist in order to change the narrative of the game and make it happen somehow. So these ones are a bit tricky, but I use my improv skills to the best of my abilities. So there's that. The second deck is a deck of Harrow, where I will draw a fortune-telling Harrow with a prophecy for our heroes. And our heroes can then use GM powers to instigate that prophecy whenever they feel it would be appropriate. And then that just happens. No checks, no rolls, just the prophecy is fulfilled. Then we have our natural 20, because sometimes shit just needs to work, and a $20 donation will get our players this gold natural 20, which will work just fine. Then we have a $50 donation, which is either a boss buff, which increases the difficulty of a challenge the group is facing, making it harder, stronger, faster, nastier, all these sorts of things. Or you can use that $50 to give a magic item to a player of your choice. This can be an item that they can choose from their wish list. You can create a homebrew item. You can ask me to create an item. Whatever the case is, that's the $50 donor. Then we have a $100 secret menu item, which we talk about, pretty much as we can. Today's secret menu item is actually going to be a fun little piece of Vast Grim memorabilia for our dear friend Carlina. Mostly because Mally is a big fan of Vast Grim and the grimdark version of that adventure. So the $100 secret menu item is going to be tied to this, where our heroes, after they deal with this derelict ship, they've already begun to deal with Pathfinder's version of the end of times, the swarm, as it were. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take inspiration from one of the Vast Grim adventures that we have seen, and as our heroes try to escape from the Vescarium and from the ship with their ill-gotten goods, the next port of call that they will receive with the secret menu item will actually be a planetoid junkyard, which believe that the world has ended, very similar to the way that Vast Grim has ended, believing that there is no life on Earth, no life anywhere. They believe themselves to be floating in the cosmos completely alone. The people there on this world, this trash world, have gone strange, very strange, and this will embark on a whole quest dealing with doomsayers, crazy rig ship, kind of like people who are, just basically just living off garbage and the remnants that wash up into their orbit. But more importantly, Carlina will have a relative who is residing on said rock. And you get to decide who that relative is. So that is our $100 secret menu item for today. So there you go. That's our thing. Cool. I'm ready to get started. You guys ready to get started?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, let's do the thing.
Fuck yeah, let's do the thing. All right. So, when last we left off, our heroes had left Absalom Station about a week ago now on a quest by a man named Mr. Glass, a person who had saved them from the clutches of the infamous underworld family, the Ratchets, and told them that they could make a substantial piece of, a substantial income if they were to work for him and his very mysterious, benefactors, searching for a derelict ship that belonged to an unknown party, who our heroes now learned was actually the Knights of Galarian. Retrieve the object in the vault, download the data if possible, and then get out before people realize. But it was imperative that this be done before our heroes reached the Vast. The Vast is a wide expanse where there is no jurisdiction, there is no people there, there is just empty void of space as far as anyone knows. But our heroes needed to make good time, and good time they did. But when they arrived, they were not the first to have found themselves near this vessel. The Vescarium Empire had already started patrolling around the derelict ship in order to ensure its safe passage into the Vast and thus out of mind. Why they were doing this was a mystery until our heroes boarded and found that it was infested with Swarm, a hive-minded, very, very intelligent, and very ruthless, all-devouring alien species that began to besiege themselves against our heroes. But, acting quick, fighting fiercely, our heroes managed to stave off that initial attack. That was, of course, until the arrival of Alpha Achilles, a very, very large Commander Vesk who showed up after seeing some strange readings aboard the ship and finding Medellin, a person who the Alpha had been chasing for quite some time. And our group ended up in a mass conflict against the Vesk soldier. Swarm fights, battles against the Vesk, all of these things have pretty much led our heroes to where they are now. On the port side of the ship, where they entered the cargo bay, learning that the vault that they're after is on the bridge, our heroes managed to unlock the vault and trick Alpha Achilles into entering into the chamber and being sucked into the vacuum of space with an opened airlock, along with a number of the swarm insects. As the door seals shut, trapping the vacuumed area beyond the doors, our heroes finally take a moment to breathe and rest. And it is here we continue. The emergency lights flicker dimly along the corridor. There is no sign of Achilles or the remnants of the swarm coming back at you. You're safe for now.
Any idea? Gareth is going to, because June's still on the ship, he's going to calm her and say, June, how much time till we hit the, is it the Vast? Sorry.
The Vast, yeah. Yeah. She begins to check her instruments. It'll take me a little bit to calculate, Captain. I'll get you that answer as soon as I can.
No estimate? Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm point of referencing blank space with blank space.
Yep. Fair enough. Okay. As soon as you can. Let's head up to the bridge and find this vault.
All right. Begin making your way up towards the bridge. S'il vous plaît.
Could you do me a favor and share the map again, please? I seem to have closed it somehow.
Oh, absolutely. There you are.
Why, thank you.
All right. You start to make your way north. As you do so, you pass the corridor in which Alpha Achilles had killed a ton of swarm. Honestly, it is grotesque, the amount of violence that exists there. You basically see these bugs and bits of carapace and legs strewn about this corridor. It was a violent fight, and the fact that she came out unscathed is even more terrifying.
Exactly. Okay.
If she weren't an enemy, it'd be... You know what? I'll just say it. I'm impressed.
Well, I'm glad we weren't fighting her.
I'm impressed and terrified and think we should get the vault and go back to our ship and get out of here.
Yeah. Okay, what
All
just
right.
happened? I just lost the map.
Did you?
I did.
Yes.
Well, I've got a blank screen that says unidentified.
Oh no.
There we go.
Yeah, you good?
It's back.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. As you make your way up to the bridge, you can see that in the center of this bright red room is now this flashing green light that just dimly pulses. Vroom, vroom, vroom.
And go take a look.
All right. You can see that it's just waiting for someone to basically twist the handle and pull it up.
Okay. Let's Gareth will reach over and grab the handle and give it a twist and pull it up.
All right. As you do so, this tube begins to rise, and as it does so, you can now see what looks to be this very secure-looking tube that's about, say, 3 foot long, and circumference-wise, about 2.5 foot, kind of thing, like just around. So it's like a pretty decent-sized cylinder that you have in front of you. As you twist it, it will open with a hiss as it seems to depressurize. And inside is nothing. I'll be right back in 2 seconds. I will leave you to react to this and decide what you want to do. All right.
What the hell?
Did we get sent here for nothing?
Or did somebody beat us to it?
Elle's gonna look at Gareth. And she's gonna look around for Noir. Gareth, Captain, I don't see him anywhere. And she's going to be very careful to not vocalize that connection that she already alerted Gareth to before. She's going to be very careful in how she words this, but she is going to look around and not see him, most likely.
Great. Well, one problem at a time. And
He could have taken it, though.
possibly. Carolina, Merc, anything worth scavenging up here?
Pretty sure there's some bits and bobs I can get off of this. How well repaired do we want this ship to be when we leave it?
Don't care. It's going to get... I'd say there's even odds that it's going to get blown to smithereens once it's out of packed space.
Okay, how much can I scavenge off of this ship, Dag?
I mean, you've already been scavenged. You've taken like all the bits that you kind of need.
It's like
off the
parts
bridge
for our ship.
Yeah.
Off the bridge.
Yeah.
It would take you
With zero regard for how well it's gonna function.
Yeah, I mean a fair bit. I mean, the thing is, okay, so let me explain this. So basically, getting parts basically takes storage. So rather than taking chunks and machines and wires and all those sorts of things, it's actually more common practice to try and find UPBs, which are basically a universal-based polymer that is used to print and create things on your ship. You know what I mean? Basically, they're literally the sizes of grains of rice and can be used to print whole computers. Those are usually found in the engineering room, and you have found a bunch of that already. Anything you would get from here would just be, you know what I mean? Like, it would be there, but you would have, like, you would basically be taking up storage on stuff that would be probably in worse condition than the stuff on your ship.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm not really seeing anything we could use here.
I'm more worried about the fact that our object here is empty. There's no way he could have taken it, Elwin. It was locked.
Do you wish to examine the tube?
Yeah. Miracle asks Gary. Gareth, can I see that real quick?
Yep.
All right. On the inside of what looks to be, because basically what this is inside this cylinder is a box shape insert. So it looks like you would basically take this out of the shell that it's in, and then you would take the vault out of that. You know what I mean? and it would just be like a little case. But in the empty space, as you begin to examine it, you see that there is what looks to be a engraving on the bottom half of it. Shining your torch and your light, it seems to be a depiction of someone who bears a striking resemblance to a noir with a middle finger sticking straight up.
I love that, actually. That's really...
Merc just lets out a very heavy robotic sigh. Well, I guess I'm gonna eat my own words then. I don't know how we managed to get it before we even unlocked it.
He got it before you even entered the ship.
Okay.
Is the only rational thought you could have, Mercutio, because pretty much once you...
Well, yeah, but we had to go through a bunch of different locks to get to it.
I never said he never did that.
So that's what's confusing to Merc. He's trying to be like, why would he go through all the effort to unlock it just to relock it again, just to have us help him unlock it again? That doesn't make any sense. That is so convoluted and needlessly convoluted.
And yet,
So it's like, so are you telling us what you see, Merc?
You're not gonna like it.
What?
Our friendly neighborhood shadow man left us a nice little gift in the bottom. And
I have a brief request. Do not call him the Shadow Man. I will die.
Why?
It's fine. One day, just look up the Shadow Man, and it'll be fine. But in Australia, it's a whole thing.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
All right, our friendly neighborhood sneaky guy back there left us a little engraving with a big middle finger. I'm pretty sure it also says "fuck you, Gareth." He really doesn't like you.
You would have known we were coming then.
So ego.
Let's see if we can find him and head back to the ship. Find him on the way. If we don't, we need to start scanning for him. He's got to have a ship here somewhere. Check the airlocks as we go back. But my bet is that he's if he's not here now, he's hopped into his ship and is probably trying to sneak away. And we're not going to be able to chase him if we don't get to our ship. So, let's go.
All right. So you're making your way to your ship and bailing, yeah?
Yep.
All right. You begin to rush back to your to the Morning Phoenix. As you do so, all of a sudden, you hear some alerts and some alarms that begin to go off. June then reaches out. Captain, not to alarm you, but we're actually coming pretty close to the vast line.
Oh, great.
Yeah, probably ETA, like 3 minutes.
Get the engines fired up. We're running.
I didn't turn the engines off, Captain. It's not how
Good.
we work. Yep. Okay.
We'll be ready to disengage and get out of here.
Aye, Captain.
Okay.
Wait a minute. As we're
Let's
running
go.
back, as we're running back, Merc's gonna point out we got outfitted with that tractor beam to carry the Volt with us. And yet, if that was that small thing, why would we need something so big for it? Something doesn't feel right.
Can you bring the vault?
I mean, I didn't set it down.
Bring the vault with you.
Oh, yeah. That's not the vault. That's just the housing. The vault was the box inside.
Vault was the box inside.
Yeah, which is why Merc is saying that it's weird that we got an entire tractor being meant to carry it with us, and yet it was supposed to be so small.
Don't care. We need to get clear now. We've got 2 minutes before we're in the vast.
You start to make your way, rushing through the corridors. As you do, you eventually can see the entranceway that leads you back to your ship. No sooner than you begin to enter the bridgeway, all of a sudden, shots are fired at the vessel. The bridge begins to... Oh, sorry, the actual, airlock attached to the bridge, attaching the walkway between the two airlocks, between your ship and this ship, suddenly hisses and begins to shake and shudder. Jun yells out, "Captain, we're under attack!" At this point...
We're almost there.
At this point, we pan away from the scene to see the ship being attacked, not by the Vesk, but by another vessel. A drive-by vessel that seems to be only big enough for a single pilot. And as these shots fire, the cloaking system on your ship collapses. The smaller ship then moves into position as the Vesk fighters suddenly move in. You hear the sounds of the con suddenly becoming alive with angry yelling in Vesk. As this happens, moving over to the other side of the ship. So looking at our map here. So from where you guys are at this point here, the ship seems to move over beneath the wing over here. And as it does so, you watch as the fighter seems to move closer to that end of the ship, and then something attaches, and a whole section of that ship pulls out. And you see attached to the small ship is the actual vault, the actual proper vault. The key code was in the little box, and now there's this large vault that has now been taken by the small ship. The Vesk are busy yelling and screaming at June, who is having a small panic attack, and you guys are still on that bridge as you rush into your ship. The compromised bridge offers only a minor obstacle as you are rushing. I need each of you to make me an acrobatics or athletics check to clear it with the damages. Dealer's choice.
Let's go athletics.
Okay. Not bad.
Okay, not bad, not bad. All right, and
carrying a whole bunch of stuff from the ship.
okay, so Carlina and Elowin. The two of you managed to struggle to get across. The other two, Marcus and Gareth, you make it easily enough, and I'm going to say so does Medellin as well. But Carlina and Elwin, I need you both to roll me a percentage check as you are trying to cross over.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Ka-cha! No! Oh, no.
All right. Elwin, your foot falls through the actual bridge itself. The endless void of space just beneath you as you start to slip. As
she's slipping, she is screaming, "Help! Fuck! I got caught!"
All right, you call for
and
help.
flailing and like windmilling her arms, trying to catch her balance before she ends up in the abyss.
Yeah, I was falling clumsily right next to her, so I'm assuming I was the closest one. So I'm immediately gonna turn around and grab her arms and try to help her up.
All right, make an athletics check. All right, easy done. All right, you reach down, you grab onto Elwyn, and with a mighty heave, you pull them back up, and the both of you make it back to your ship. The ship disembarks from the broken causeway, and you begin to leave. Well, not quite yet, because as you make it to the bridge of the Morning Phoenix, which we will now go to. There we go. We can turn that off. There we go. All right, as you make your way back to the bridge of the Morning Phoenix, June is there and uncertain as to what we should do. The Vesk seem to be demanding we surrender.
No.
Oh, okay, cool.
Where did you see another ship? Did you see who shot you or shot us up?
Jun says it was a small ship. I mean, I didn't see exactly who, but you know, like
where did it go?
Yeah, I can follow its trail.
Let's go. Follow.
But what about the Yep, go on.
Don't care about the Vesk. They're just going to kill us or imprison us.
I care about them killing us, Captain. I care very much about them killing us.
Well, we'll talk about this later, but right now we've got to move. They're going to blow the ship. Anyways, and if we're on it, we're going to get blown up with it. We need to
That doesn't sound like a solution, Captain. That just sounds you stating the obvious. Like, I mean, if we don't comply to them, they're gonna blow us up, and you're saying we should run just because they're gonna blow us up?
No, we're chasing the other ship.
No, I get that, Captain, but there's June is very nervous, but she says, "Okay, if you're sure." She is terrified. And sure enough, you begin to turn about, and as soon as that happens, we're going to go into initiative as the ship, the two smaller fighter ships, begin to open fire, and the cruise juggernaut locks onto you all. Okay. Now I just wanna touch base with Cookie as a player real quick. Cookie, what are we thinking here? Tell me your thoughts. Tell me your plan. Tell me how you feel. I mean, I know obviously the goal, chase down our quest and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm just want to make sure that we're on the same page as to the situation you find yourself in. Tell me the things.
It's primarily chasing it down, and the expectation is that the Vesk are going to blow the ship anyways, with us on it.
And what are you going to do about that fact?
Not be on the ship when it blows.
And how do you intend
They're pointing at us.
Yeah,
they're pointing at the Morning Phoenix, not the derelict.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, they weren't going to blow up the derelict. They were just going to let it float into the vast.
No, they are gonna blow up the derelict once it gets to the vast as well. Yeah, but right now the Morning Phoenix has been revealed from the attack from Noir, and right now the fighters are locked onto you, and the command ship is on standby.
Okay. Well, you know what? Can I trigger the planning augmentation?
Yeah, of course you can. That's why you have it. All right. Make me a intelligence check. Now, you are going to get a plan regardless. Whether or not it's a good plan is a whole thing.
Yeah.
Because it's not that your plan is not viable, Steve. Like your plan to just chase after it. The problem arises when you aren't acknowledging the clear and present danger right next to you. And that's where there's a potential problem, because it's like, well, I'm just gonna run after it because it's gonna blow me up anyway. It's like, well, if you're not gonna make any attempt to resolve that, sure, it's gonna blow you up, you know what I mean? But you need to resolve the thing over just running blindly after your objective to avoid wiping out, you know. So with a natural 20, which is fucking stellar, you're gonna get the best plan that you have. So first and foremost, the Vesk have obviously umbrage with Medellin and the like. They're also not permitted to deal with the derelict itself. Like, they're not allowed to blow it up while it's still in Veskarium space. If they do, they would be declaring war on the Knights of Galarian, right? Because if they'd be blowing up their ship while it's still in Pact World allied space. Following me so far?
Yep.
Okay. So, for you, in order to get free, you can't outpower them, but you might be able to outmaneuver them. To outmaneuver them, you just need to make sure that your ship remains in line of sight between the Vesk ships and the Knights of Galarian ship. So if they open fire on you and even accidentally hit the Knights of Galarian ship, then they're going to get in trouble. So that's your safe spot. What you need to do is you need to find a way to move and maneuver till you get a clear enough space to hit the drift drive and head in the direction that that Noir went. Now the catch is the drift drive is obviously a big leap forward. So you don't necessarily want to go too far, but you're unsure of where it'll end up. And you'll have to track Noir from that point. Easy done.
Okay.
You know, when I say easy done, it's going to be a challenge, right? But, you know, obviously you can't make any kind of search if you're dead.
This is true. So he's gonna relay materially that to June.
Okay. Yep.
And but he's all at the same time. He's going to be calling. He's going to be telling, you know, Medellin, get on the guns, don't shoot yet. And Merc, Carlina, is there any way we can get the stealth back online?
Working on it now.
Perfect. And so June, head in that direction. Get ready to hit the drift drive if we're clear, but stay between the Vesk ships and the derelict here.
Aye, Captain. She begins to move the ship in position following your instructions. At this point in time, you are being signaled on the comms.
He's going to answer.
You see Alpha Achilles on the screen. She looks pissed.
Was she a commander? I can't remember.
She is a commander, yes.
Yeah. Commander?
Captain, that was quite the move you pulled back there. I must admit, I didn't think you had it in you.
Well, I do care for my crew.
If you care for your crew, then surrender now, or your ship will be blown to smithereens.
I would... perhaps another option. Because we're not... I'm not surrendering.
You say another option. She's waiting. She's listening.
Yeah. Struggling with an option.
Well, that's okay, because you know what they call me?
The option?
No, I'm just emulating the whole thing. It's like, when you start a sentence that you don't know the
Yeah.
end of. Yeah, it's like that.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Yeah, nope. Struggling with the plan on this one.
You can turn
Besides-
you can turn that you can turn the response to your teammates if you would like.
Anybody got a suggestion? Because I don't want to surrender.
You could
Yeah.
remind her that she probably shouldn't fire on a Knights of Galarian ship.
I'm pretty sure she knows that, but hey. Great, you're going to risk, and so he will flip the comm on and go. So you're going to risk attacking a ship of the Knights of Galarian?
Our Vesk vessels are equipped with the highest of weapons technology. We could give you a shave from here with the weapons we have aboard.
Ah. But what if you miss?
She seems to have no response for that.
Well,
Again, you've offered no proposition. The guns are still aiming at you. You are, basically at this point you are circling around the ship. There is this, kind of like cat and mouse game that seems to be happening.
yeah. Can I get an intelligence roll something to get an idea?
I can give you an idea here. I mean, unless somebody else in the group would like to throw something out there.
I don't have an idea. Merc is just going to suggest that we find a way to talk out because we're outshipped, we're outgunned, we're not good. If we try to fight back, we will die.
Yep. Well aware of that.
Mm-hmm. I did already give you a plan.
Yeah. So it's, I mean, at this point in time, it's they're still bobbing and weaving and looking for it. And are we getting close onto the track of where we want to hop or can hop?
Yeah.
Well,
Just need
Then-
to issue the order.
okay. June, can we hop?
Just one second, Captain.
Short.
Yep, yeah, we're ready, but I don't know where we're gonna come out.
It's better than here. I hope. Fingers crossed. And go.
She punches it, and with a whir of the engines, you can basically watch as she says, "What are you doing? You fool! If you do that, you'll..." And then suddenly you hear this very, very poignant... Oh, wait. As you disappear from the Vesk scanners. It's only a short burst, but as you suddenly come to, the screen is still, as are the stars. You have made it. You are now in the vast. June looks around and says, "No sign of them, Captain. But, instruments are non-responsive. Oh, sorry, navigation is unresponsive. I don't detect any of the drift beacons in this region of space."
Yeah. Well, that's because we're outside. We're out of the drift again, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
He says, "No, Captain, I don't think you understand. The drift beacons are what allow us to use the drift drive and navigate. If we're in a region that doesn't have one, it means that we have to find something that can lock in. Otherwise, we might be stuck out here.
Well, start looking for landmarks. Look for something that we might recognize. Meanwhile,
Steve,
how's the ship?
You're looking for something specific, Steve. You can't find landmarks.
Oh, we're looking for the
space.
ship.
There you go.
It is like, did you manage to keep a track on the ship that shot us up?
I did my best. This was the direction he went in, but I don't know if we overshot him. I don't know if we haven't caught up to him. It's hard to know. I can start work on it, but it would help if the scanners were working properly.
Yep. We'll work on that, but keep on going. And meanwhile, he's going to talk to engineering and see if they can do something about the scanners.
All right, go ahead.
Carlina, Merc, we need scanners. We got to find this guy.
I thought we were still working on the cloaking device. We're switching to scanners?
Well, yeah, we're clear. We're right now we're clear of them. We'll need the cloaking device, but right now we need scanners, probably more.
You're killing me, Captain. Merc, how are we doing on scanners?
Well, we're blasted pretty good. Gonna take a while to get them back up. That's for sure.
We're on it, Captain.
Perfect. If Boyd can help you, grab him.
Actually, Carlina, you grabbed a bunch of UPBs from the ship, didn't you?
I did. Actually, Dag, how many UPVs did I get?
Even if I told you, would you know how many you could use?
I wouldn't, but I am keeping track of them because I have them in my notes.
Oh, well, you get plenty of UPVs. We don't need to measure that because we're not gonna.
I don't need to track those.
Yeah, we're not gonna piecemeal your ship. That's a bit mean.
Okay, cool. I noticed it was on my character sheet, so I wanted to make sure that if I need to track it, I will track them.
Nice. But on the bright side, you actually do know what they do now, which is good. Which is more important that you know what they do than anything.
Yay! I got a bunch, dude. We're good.
All right, we should be able to use those to supplement anything that we need. So, we can actually probably fix a lot of the stuff on the ship that we needed to for a while now.
Well, Captain needs scanners. So I'll start making parts, and I will let you play with computers because I don't like them.
Yep, we're gonna need, and Merc starts listing off the however many parts we need for it.
Okay. So while our heroes start to go over their a variety of their repairs and stuff like that, what do the rest of our team do?
Elle will let engineering do their job before she tries to talk to them because she doesn't want to be a distraction. She's going to go up to Gareth. How's he? Is he still looking pretty banged up from all that?
He does look pretty banged up.
All right. She's going to walk up to him and go, Captain, no offense. You kind of look beat to shit. And she's going to put her hands on his shoulders and she is going to heal him. And she's going to heal him up for... Narratively, she's healing him up, and would Madeline be in the room with Elle and Gareth at this point, or would she?
Sure. If you wanted to be, yeah, she can be.
She would heal up Medlin as well. You know,
Sure.
that was rough. That was rough.
And Gareth is looking at Elwyn going, "You don't look exactly like a spring chicken yourself, darling."
Elwyn will legitimately laugh, and yeah, I'm gonna go to the med bay after I take care of you. But interesting individual we ran into on the ship, on the derelict.
Yep. And I'll have to see what we can do about finding said interesting individual.
All right.
Yeah, I'm a little worried, but let's still keep that under. And she's muttering so Medlin can't hear at this point. Let's keep that under wraps for just a little longer. I'm not too keen on getting Medlin riled up right this second.
Yeah.
All right.
And she's
Fair
gonna
point.
patch herself up as well. While she's just doing all the things she's gonna patch herself up to.
Mm-hmm. All right. You patch yourself up. You kind of do the healing. Gareth. Now is a good period of time in order to potentially rally your people. This mission needs a debrief, and you're the one to conduct debrief. Best way to conduct debriefs is to usually assess what's happening, summarize what exactly went good, what went wrong, and then come up with a course of action. Right now, with the scanners being dealt with and repaired, it's going to take a little bit of time, but you're at least on the path of trying to figure out which direction Noir went in. But for the time being as well, you need to ask a few questions. Who is Noir? Why is things happening? What about Medlin? What of these Vesk? What do we do if we can't get out of the Vast? Many questions are currently rolling through the minds of your teammates. And now's the time to address them. While you have the opportunity, that is.
Yeah. So he's going to flip on the intercom, and I don't want to pull people away from what they're working on, but that was a bit of a shit show. And we probably need a full debrief later, but the initial thoughts are, who the hell are we chasing? The race. Did we spot the race?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
So. He is a Madrasarai.
Right.
Yep, Madrasarai.
Okay. And they're not a well-known race, are they? Just for like the.
I mean, they're known. They're acknowledged packed world. Kind of thing.
Okay. We need to. We need to. Hopefully, we can get the scanners online and track down our Medrosarai friend to find out, answer some of Merck's questions and some of my questions, like if he already had it. Well, actually, looks like it was, they had it stashed. Did we see him grab it and clamp it to the ship?
Yes. Oh, sorry. Thingo did.
Or June would have.
June did.
Yeah. So June saw the small ship grab a vault and run. So we need to chase him. Medlin, we need to talk about what the Vesk are want with you because they want you pretty bad. We'll talk about that one a little later. And yeah, we need to. We're going to need to. Frankly, I'm a little bit thrown off by this whole thing myself. So once we get the scanners online, let's maybe sit down and have a conference and we can do some brainstorming.
Well, I mean, you're sitting there floating in space, waiting for stuff to be repaired. No perfect time like the present.
Well, can you guys talk now, or do you want to? Because I don't want to stop them from doing the scanners.
You know, I can just set Tybalt to keep the repairs going while we have a conversation.
I'm just printing ship parts.
Perfect. Well, let's meet up in the cafeteria and let's have a conversation. If the repairs are underway and you don't need to supervise, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk. So head to the common room.
All right. Unless there's any protesting, you will meet in the common room.
And well, we need to.
Do you need a hand, Cookie?
Yes, need a hand.
Okay, it's okay. All right. So
Yeah.
here's the thing. It's very important when you are, and this is actually also a good PSA for folks, right? Yeah. Leadership positions are actually quite difficult. They do require a level of charisma from the character, but not necessarily a level of charisma that comes from you as a individual, right? As a leader, it's imperative that you're not only the person who makes decisions, but also opens up a platform for others to be able to express themselves in terms of concerns and things that they want to talk about. For example, where did Noir come from? Is a great opportunity to introduce Carlina into the situation, to say where he came from and what the impression Carlina had to invite him to kind of like work with us. How do you know about this thing going on? Is Mr. Glass potentially working with him? Are we the only people after the same thing? What are the odds that this guy has gotten the same thing? Basically, what you want to do is you want to not necessarily answer all the questions, but you want to ask the questions. You want to put yourself here. When it comes to telling people to do stuff, that's also very easy as well. You don't need to ask people about the things that, you know that need to be done. For example, it's like, all right, if we need to get the scanners working, hey, Mercutio, Carlina, get on fixing those scanners, yada, yada, yada. So being a leader is about creating a platform, about being decisive, and ultimately fielding the morale of your group, so that if someone needs attention or if someone needs, kind of something specific, you're going to help facilitate that. For example, even though Medellin, I know, isn't here and you can't really talk too much about the Vesk, that doesn't mean you can't say, hey, Elowen, look, do we have, take Medellin to their quarters, let them get some rest, where when she's feeling up for it, we'll talk about the Vesk. You know what I mean? Like, these very decisive things put things in a compartment and allow you to kind of process them bit by bit. So let's start with the most pertinent thing. All the ship stuff is being worked on. You don't need to ask about the ship stuff that's being worked on. What you need to know now is what information is going to help you track down and deal with Noir when you find him. And you don't know anything about Noir. Like, if you think about all of the actions that you took on the ship, like think of what Gareth specifically did. How much did Gareth even interact with Noir, who was acting on behalf of his crew? Who even asked him to join your group? You know what I mean? This is the things that you need to kind of be briefing on, because these are the unknowns. Yeah?
Yep.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
Also, by the way, other people are able to interact as well. If you see Cookie struggling, and this goes to the other three, fucking say something. Don't just let him hang himself on a noose and go, oh, he'll figure it out and I don't have to look like an idiot. because you do look like
I
an
mean,
idiot.
Oh,
I mean,
I'm
I already
stuck.
do because
I
I don't know
will.
what to say.
Well, sometimes reacting or again asking questions, even things like "Captain, are you okay?" Literal like any kind of interaction whatsoever is always better than none. And I even tell this to people as well. Another PSA type thing: if your character is genuinely writing story in which the character has no reaction to something, make it a point to say that your character is, it's like I've got no, as Makuchu is standing there, he feels like he doesn't have anything to contribute. He stops for a moment, ponders what he might have been able to do differently, but coming up empty, he says nothing. Just hears Gareth and tries to take in what he's saying. It's still a whole dynamic of you being quiet more than just you, the player, being quiet. Does that make sense? I presume that was a yes.
Yeah.
Good. Excellent.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
In this case, Elwyn would like to sort of look around at everybody and go, where did the guy that locked us in the cryo chamber room come from? Because he sort of he threw us off and tricked us in one go, and it's a little embarrassing if I'm being honest.
Wait, he's the one that locked you in there?
He left the walkie-talkie on the edge of the fucking door still.
That explains it.
Explains what?
I didn't trust him. That's why I told Madeline to stay back and get you guys out, and I didn't mention anything about seeing you guys in that room. Didn't trust him from the minute I saw him.
Okay. You seem to fight well with him.
Well, I mean, my gut didn't trust him, but that vest was pretty scary. So I'll take the dude I don't trust, but I don't know if I can't trust him, over the really scary vest any day of the week.
Fair enough. It's Gareth actually chuckles about that, going, yeah, makes sense.
I'm just saying, if you radioed me and mentioned anything about getting locked in a room by a rando, or, the swarm, I might have been better prepared.
Well,
did you try your
unfortunately-
comms?
I tried
'Cause we
comms
did.
and they got fucked.
Well, unfortunately, when it comes to that, Carlina, the swarm are able to block out our communications.
Oh, that's fun. Good to know. We're not gonna go back on that ship, right? We're good. We're done. We're not going back. We got everything we need. Besides,
We're too far away
what
from
that
it
guy-
to do anything.
We don't even know where that ship is right now.
Yeah.
We're not completely sure where we are, but that's why we need that's once we get the scanners back online.
This might have
Hopefully
been
we can
a
rectify
terrible
that.
job.
Well,
I said when we got the job that it was too fishy to start.
that's true. But given that we didn't, personally, I don't feel that we had a lot of choice into whether we were taking the job or not.
You're not wrong. I'm just saying for the record. This was a terrible job.
I agree.
10 years from now, I will remember this job as the worst job we've ever taken.
You know, I sure hope you're right.
I am. I got your back, Captain.
Yeah, but it's like, and what you see is you see Gareth looking at you, going, "Yeah, I really hope this is the worst job that we ever take."
Yeah.
Over the next
Currently-
10 years.
Relaxed and confident, like she's sure that all of this sucks, but she's equally sure that we're gonna get through it. She's confident.
At this point, Elle's gonna go, all right, that solves how Noir ran into us.
Did we ever
I've gotta
get his
do-
name?
Wait, what?
The
solves it?
guy. I'm referring to Noir as player. I'm not, to keep my brain straight, but no, we did not get his name in character yet. So let me rephrase that. Elle's gonna go, well, I got a decent look at him. Maybe I can something from xenobiology records. Captain, what else do we need to know? I think we figured out how he ran into us. We know that Beth lady is really scary. What do we need to know next? Because Elle is now going into matter of fact, like checklist mode in her head.
To be honest, I don't know what we need to know next. I mean, I've got more questions than I have.
Well, that's what you need to know next.
Who is he? Where did he come from? Where's he going?
Okay. Yeah.
Who stole it?
Brilliant questions.
Like,
Asking the group these questions. Who is he? Well, any theories on who he is?
Well, he told me his name is Noir. He seemed to be really good with the computers, though. Because he was working on the computers in the bridge when we went to the bridge.
Elowen, you might also know something about who he is.
Elle's gonna go, I got a good look at him. And Elle is internally, there's this sense of inner conflict, and it shows on her face. She is not trying to hide the inner conflict here. And she's gonna go, Gareth, I told you who he is, or his lineage, and you saw how he reacted to that. That is why he locked us in the room. That is why he locked us in the cryo chamber, because I pissed him off. So that might be a secondary concern to getting the vault from him first.
So, number one, we were already locked in the room. So he didn't lock us in the room because of what you saw. And I think now that everybody is wondering what you saw, go ahead and tell them.
Paulina, where were you when I got held hostage? Just out of curiosity, where were you?
Is this a book table or is this in the game?
In character. Elwyn did not see you the entire time she was held hostage and doing the surgery. She didn't see Carlina at all.
You got held hostage? What are you talking about?
Elwyn sighs a deep sigh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we filled you in on the assassin.
You did not.
No, we never told
No,
shit.
sorry. This is player mistake. You did the first time you did it. The second time, however, Carlina got put into a pod, and you never actually got around to telling Carlina what had happened.
So Elwyn is I'm not going to do it like all verbatim because that would take forever, but she's essentially going to go.
Long story short, you mentioned the fact that that on your journey when Carlina was being held into a pod, they had an encounter with a guy who broke into the ship and tried to extort Elwyn for healing, only to turn out that he was a clone of an assassin who is supposed to have died after completing their job. A second clone sent to defeat the first clone was dispatched, which our group ended up killing, allowing the first clone to escape in doing so. This kind of implies that there are others that likely are around, some rogue agents, some not rogue agents, all of which seem to be a biological duplicate of this one person who is supposed to be a phantom assassin. Now, Noir, for the looks of it, seems to be one of these rogue clones of the assassin, bearing a striking resemblance to him, Elwyn having dealt with him not only once, but twice through the time warp, as well as getting a good look at him through the surgery that she was doing on him, gives you the impression that perhaps Noir might be also one of these clones.
You had 2 clone assassins on board the ship and you've never even told me about it?
The creepy space pod thing ended up kind of saving your life, kind of took precedence. Sorry.
Also, quick pause. This is why I have moments like this where we're not just doing a billion things, so you can stop and check in with each other, because otherwise shit like this ends up happening. I want to, as a DM, just justify my shit. You know, I'm not just saying sit here and sort shit out. I mean sit here and sort shit out, you know? Yeah, anyway. Yeah. Carry on. Thank you.
To be fair, the longer that this took to come out, the funnier it is.
It's true. It is. Yeah. It is. But this stuff needs to happen before you get to the next part of the adventure, which of course is donated by our lovely Malakisa. So I hope you know that it is ready and rearing.
Okay. So it's like, yeah, you know, Carlina, that's you're right. That's a bad on me. I should have made sure you knew about it, but frankly, there were just a few things going on. Not least of which is you were in that bloody pod with Carlina things coming out of it. So sorry about that, but yeah, you're up to speed now.
Future reference, Captain. Clone assassins rate pretty high on the list for stuff I would like to know about. Just for future reference.
Yeah, I understand that.
Especially clone assassins, because we might, run into another clone of said assassin, and I could end up, asking for help and giving him the impression we would pay him for his help.
You did not tell him we would pay him, Carlina.
I didn't tell him we'd pay him, but I gave him the impression we would pay him.
No.
Oh, jeez.
Elowen, it's fine. I did the same thing. Technically speaking, he broke that verbal contract by leaving us behind. And
also fair.
So I will admit, though, I am quite upset that we weren't able to find that Iomedean relic on that ship.
Oh, I was supposed to do something. Sorry, I was supposed to do something with that.
No.
If we backtrack a teeny bit, Mercutio, you remember the vase that Noir had?
Yeah.
Before you head to the bridge, Noir will have pulled you aside, just sort of tapped you on the shoulder, and offered to sell it to you for 300 credits.
You know what? That it is a very important thing to Merc. He would have done that.
Done. All right. So yeah, you don't know if this is the relic or not, but you have a jar, kind of like a thing, worth 300 credits.
No, Merc will. Then instead of that, he goes, "Well, we didn't come up fully empty-handed from the ship, though. We at least got the data, and I got." He did pull me as you said his name was Noir, Carlina?
Yeah, Noir.
Well, he did pull me to his side, and I did kind of give him some money. In my defense, it is because it is, at least I believe, this is the Iomedean relic that I mentioned when I said that I found the vault in something else.
That's actually not what I was going to ask you, Merc. What you do with your money is your business. You transferred money to him? You transferred credits to him? Can we trace that?
I'm good, but I'm not that good. Uh,
So
it's been a little too long for that.
I mean, I want to point out.
so
I want to point out. Marcus said that, not me. So
yeah,
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
was
say, like,
about to.
why don't you ask Dag first?
Because I'm trying to do something and not just give us an easy out.
what's the thing you're doing?
Not giving us an easy out.
Yeah, no, but what are you doing instead?
Never mind. I don't fucking know what I'm saying anymore.
Okay, cool.
Look, I guess
Just just pretend Merc said nothing. I got the relic,
Okay.
and that's all.
Okay.
Well, no, you said you said you paid him, but that's fine. So it's like, so this is an above the table question about the universe is, are there, traces on financial transactions? Like, do you get a statement at the end of the month?
Depending on the nature of it, no. Generally speaking, they are just between whoever is making the connections and stuff like that. There is a Bank of Abdar, which obviously most transactions do end up going through, but that's obviously corporate transactions. But depending on how you transfer units, it basically connects you to whatever HUD that happens to be. Knowing that, anyone who wishes to may make a society check.
Oh, Elowen will. I will do that. Just I need a second. All right. Society. Nice. Ka-cha! I always gotta make my dice. Oh, I gotta make my dice sounds. I say, and then I roll a 2.
You have to make the die sense, yeah. Okay. While you wouldn't be able to trace and track the HUD, the PDA from Noir from your own gear, what you could do, as I mentioned before, there's no beacon whatsoever for this region of space. It's basically empty. You did go in the direction that Noir went, but if you were to create a beacon using your PDAs as a reference point, basically kind of like a signal to go, hey, there's a bank over here, we're going to update your information. If you create a satellite using some of the UPBs you had created, you could create something that would that his device would ping to, and you could trace that back. Because basically his device is looking for a place to ping and update his bank account details.
Okay.
It wouldn't take too much effort to create one. But it is Carlina who figures that out, by the way.
Okay.
I share the information. I don't know much about computers, but I know this. Because I can print stuff. Or make stuff. I can 3D print stuff.
Interesting. Let's. Can we do that at the same time as we're this year doing the?
I will add it to my list of parts.
Okay. About how long do you think it's going to take?
Mm-hmm.
Couple hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say a couple hours would be fine.
Perfect. Can we make a navigation beacon of our own just to drop in so we can find our way back to this spot?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So, Mark, Carlina, can we? We don't.
Captain,
There's.
I know that we need a lot right now, and I know we have the stuff for it, but if you keep asking us to keep making more and more stuff, we're gonna have a huge assembly line of things to build, and it's going to take more than hours, it's going to take days.
Very true.
We need
well,
we need to focus on things first.
So what do you want to focus
We
on?
only have one production system.
That's fine. Scanners are the first priority. I like Carlina's idea of trying to trick his PDA into dumping a bank transaction because we might get something. The third thing that we have to do, Merc, is we've got to be able to get home. And right now, we can't find any beacons. And we don't, if we start moving around here, which we are, we're going in the direction that he was going. It would be helpful to have some kind of a beacon, so at least we've got a point of reference for where we've been. So right now, those are my priorities. I understand what you're saying, and that's a good point. I'm not asking for everything on the Christmas list, but right now, it's track them down, get our stuff back, get home. Those are my top 3 priorities.
Okay. So, Gareth, more importantly, which is good, which of these is the thing you want the engineers to work on first? The scanners?
Scanners.
All right. Very well.
It was in that was literally the sequence that he wanted it done in.
Yep, very well. Okay, so scanners up first. So, with a good heading and a good idea behind you, you begin your work on these scanners. Thankfully, the UPBs will last in order to repair the scanners, but I'm going to basically give you guys a choice. Engineers, so Carlina or Mercutio. The two of you have a choice here. You have enough UPBs to make the scanners and the beacon. However, only one of them can be converted to long range. And when I say long range, I mean like long range as in like long range for space, right? You can either have the scanners reach long range, allowing you to detect things surrounding you and thus be able to scan, analyze, etc., etc., etc. Or you can create the beacon to reach long range, which again is more likely to ping Noir's location and give you a further bearing on that. So the question is which of those two you want to go for long range?
If we target Noir, he's probably not lost like we are, and is more likely in a section of the vast that has beacons.
Very possibly.
So that seems like a better way to go. And can we change them back if we decide it's a bad idea?
No, once they're spent, they're spent.
They're spent. Okay.
Mercutio, what do you think?
I say scanners over the beacon. The beacon, well, it can, I mean, we'll be able to find the beacon easier if we have a scanner that can go farther. And it's the same with Noir. So the scanner is probably the smartest way to go.
Because the beacon will only track Noir, whereas the scanners could track anyone and anything.
Yeah.
But the scanners won't be able to track Noir.
The scanners can track Noir if you find Noir in range. You know what I mean? Like, it won't. What's the word? It won't ping Noir, but among the things you will ping, something should be Noir. Because you're still in the vast, remember? So there's not many things. It's not like you're going into a hub with a billion different things. You might get like 4 pings. One of those 4 pings will likely be Noir.
Yeah, but if we have the scanners active and we go left and Noir went right.
True. But that's the risk. That's the 2 different risks. The other side is if you find Noir and Noir doesn't know where he is and he's equally stranded, you're stranded with Noir.
That is true, but we could also destroy Noir's ship and get more UPBs from Noir's ship.
You again assume he has, because again, UPVs are things that haven't been constructed yet. So basically, you would just have a bunch of stuff that's just garbage to you.
Or we could have parts on his ship, maybe, or use his ship.
His ship's a smaller, like two-person ship. Your ship's bigger than his.
Our
Yeah.
ship is better.
It's bigger.
Mark, you want to percentage roll it?
Yeah, this equates to Carlina and Mercutio having a discussion and then rock, paper, scissoring at the end.
Yeah, I was about to say, why don't y'all just play rock,
Yeah.
paper, scissors?
Pretty much.
All right, we got 46, and Carlina, what do you got? $64. All right, we're going for the beacon. Working together and tirelessly, you first of all fix the scanners. The scanners work exactly as you intend. They don't seem to detect anything out here in the vast, but eventually you also finish the beacon. As you begin to light it up, all of your systems begin to ping the beacon, and so does another signal. This signal, however, is not Noir. The signal appears to come from some kind of space station.
Space station could be useful. We haven't pissed
It also-
anybody else off recently.
As soon as Carlina says that, Merc's gonna slowly look over at her. You had to say it. In case you haven't noticed, our crew tends to have a habit of pissing everyone we meet off.
We could maybe stop doing that.
We could, if we didn't have a crew full of smartasses.
Also true.
It's better than having a crew filled with dumbasses.
Yeah, we have 2 of those already.
Thanks, Expo.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
When did you come down here?
I've been here the whole time. I can fit in the vents.
You can. That's
I
exciting.
can.
Shouldn't you be on the bridge helping the captain?
Oh shit. Zzz.
So is anybody going to bother telling anyone else that you guys have found something?
Well, I'm not quite done with my scene yet, Garrett. Thank you.
Okay, just checking.
Have you noticed something wrong with Expo recently?
I'm gonna picture that the skeleton in Merc's hologram visor just it looks so done with everything, with how tired we are from working. Carolina, that robot has been messed up since I joined you guys. At this point, I don't think there's anything I can even do to fix him.
I mean, but more messed up than normal. Like, recently more messed up than... Really? You haven't noticed anything?
Not really.
Okay. Maybe it's just me.
Just
I could be
deception
swept
check.
up.
I mean, I was the one that fixed him, so maybe that's why he might seem different. But I mean, he just seems kind of weird
Okay.
all the time.
Now I'll get on the comms.
Gareth, as the comms begin to light up and Carolina begins to say something, Expo suddenly appears out of one of the vents. He kind of looks around, he smiles at you, and he says, "Captain, I've come to lend us it." And it starts like sort of backing up, like almost like it's hacking a hairball. And a few moments later, it seems to hack out what looks to be a severed human toe. I'm here to help. And then he rotates around.
His toe.
Captain, we got the
What
scan
the fuck?
and I'm just going to keep talking because I don't know what's going on. We've got the scanners and the beacon online, and I don't know that we necessarily have a fix on Noir with the beacon, but we do have a space station in range.
Space station!
Captain, you there?
Expo just coughed up a toe.
June
what?
looks to you, Gareth, and says, I think I'm going to get off at the space station.
Yeah,
And she's just looking at the toe.
I don't. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Elle's just like, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you a single bit.
So is Elowen on the bridge as well?
Elowen would not have gone to the med bay at this point.
Oh, this is a few hours later.
Yeah. She's still hanging out on the bridge because she doesn't have a patient in med bay. Medlin is, I'm assuming, in her quarters at this point, and they're down in engineering. So she's just hanging out in the between the common room and the bridge, kind of going back and forth.
Okay, as long as she healed herself, that's fine. It's like, Elle, can you take a look at that? Carlina, what's the bearing?
I give you the bearing. And also, is anybody up there missing a toe?
Gareth
Elle
literally
comes
looks
in.
at
How
his
did
feet.
you know that? Yeah. And Elle is still wearing boots, but she's gonna like wiggle her toes. I'm good.
Because I have my
Actually,
toes.
Gareth does exactly the same thing. It's
Yes,
a human toe, though.
Yeah, no, you all have your toes. It's fine.
Where the hell did he come up with a human toe? Okay, hold on. First things first. June. So there's nothing showing up there's no ship showing up on scanners?
Yes, there's a space. No, sorry. Yeah, presuming you haven't gone or left yet, no, nothing is showing up on scanners.
Okay. Well, keep them running. Let's try the space station. So, can we lay in a course and let's see if we can get to scanner range and see what we're looking at. I don't want to just go waltzing in. And then
you begin to scan the area as you follow the beacon. Pardon me. As you do so, you get closer and closer. And eventually the scans read what seems to be an odd reading. It's like 20, 30, maybe 40 even ships all clustered together. And as you get closer, your scans eventually give you a visual. What you see is a large planetoid that seems to be a collection of space stations, spaceships, debris, cargo containers, a whole bunch of different stuff, basically collided together in what looks to be several large vents that creates like this kind of four-pointed furnace that explodes with these jet blue streamlines that come out of it. This is a junker planet, a false artificial planet made when scavengers end up bonding and binding parts of vehicles together, and instead of taking it to a planet to be refined, they basically crash it into the side of said planetoid and then just salvage it there. Basically, it is basically an industrial UPB factory where it breaks down everything into its core components and then sells it. Now, you are in the vast, which means that this is a highly unsanctioned, unprofessional, and very terrifying looking thing because you're just as likely to bump into these guys and suddenly and very abruptly have you and your ship go missing.
it's like, so once he sees that, it's like, hold up. It's like, let's not go there yet. That's not a station.
That's not a station. That's a moon. That's no moon.
not a moon. Exactly. And so he's going to be like, Carlina, Merc, you seeing this?
Kinda hard to miss.
There's lips moving and no sound coming out.
He said it's kind of hard to miss.
Yeah, no, I can see Mally's lips moving, and
Oh, sorry, Mally. I think you meant,
I was muted for the best line ever. Damn it.
Aw, man.
I'm very sad now.
Give it again. We'll pretend we didn't hear it.
It's too late. I lost it, but then I immediately said, that's not a battle station, that's a moon.
Aw,
It was great, and I was muted.
that's perfect.
Captain, as a junker, and as these are my people, I don't think this is necessarily safe. And this might have been a terrible idea on my part, and I would like to extend my apologies to Mercutio for my idea. That was not a good idea on my part, and now I am very sorry. Yeah. I'm gonna have to leave this one up to you, however, because we don't have any other marks in range.
Is there any protocols with these things?
Protocols for criminal space stations used to rip apart spaceships?
That was actually addressed to Carlina. For the junker type stuff.
Would I mean, it's a ship of criminals, and I'm used to dealing with criminal junkers.
Yeah, I think treat them the same way you'd treat bikies.
The way you treat what?
Bikies.
Bikies?
Bikies.
Like
you guys,
biker gangs?
yeah.
I've never heard them called bikies
You
before.
call them bikies?
That just makes them
Is that
sound
a
cute
word?
and adorable. Oh, they're little
It really
bikies.
does, like little aliens on like kid tricycles.
Okay, if you say so.
The slang did not transfer over well this time. Usually I'm good with slang, but not that one.
Yep.
We're too American and Canadian for that.
Yeah. Do me a favor, if you do come to Australia, don't laugh at that term.
Oh,
No.
is that not okay?
Oh,
No,
sorry.
it's definitely not like yeah, no, even the news are like, yeah, a vicious bikie gang just conducted an assassination of someone like in broad daylight kind of deal. It's like, you know, I mean, they're just called bikie gangs.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
It's like,
Okay.
yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. So it's just like, I mean, I get where you guys are going, and it's like, yeah. I mean, I guess it sounds cute if you don't understand, but yeah, no. Anyway, treat them
That's
like
the second time this has happened today. Oh no.
that's okay. Treat them the same way you would treat, you know, like then they don't really, they have their culture, but it's a very different culture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Captain, just treat them like you would the Ratchets. We don't know
Lord.
them specifically, but just assume we're dealing with the Ratchets and be as polite and accommodating as we can.
So, in other words, make sure we're armed to the teeth in case we get attacked.
Also that.
Carolina, why do I have a feeling that because you mentioned the Ratchets specifically by name, that somehow these people are going to be connected to them?
I'm betting they are.
The grand irony is that if I wasn't already when Marcus said that, it almost guarantees I have to now.
Oh my god.
It's wished into existence.
I mean,
Did
it's a
you
good
have to say
idea.
that?
Yes, I did. Because I like poking the bear.
It's fair.
Or the Tarrasque, as the case may be.
That was completely different.
And there's
But more importantly, and I've been waiting and hoping that somebody's going to do this. I mean, I appreciate you guys are prepared to go down there and prepared to talk to these guys and prepared to be all polite and stuff like that. But there's one very crucial detail you guys are missing. Mm.
I mean, first we're gonna contact him on comms.
Not that close though. There's something you got to do before you get down there.
Disguise the
Find
ship.
a place for the ship.
No.
Okay.
I mean, we're still looking for Noir.
So I don't want to force feed you answers, right? So I'm giving you an opportunity to kind of like think about it. I will give you the answer eventually, but you know, it's a very important one. It's pertinent to, you know, a lot of stuff. For example, why you'd be going down there.
Well, I mean, the question is so. I mean, the part of it. Gareth is asking. So there's nothing else on the scanners. We've got no trace of the path that he took.
Presently, no.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a solid chance he could be down there.
Well,
what's something we could do to confirm that?
Can Merc scan the area for the ship?
Yes, you may. Please make me a computing check.
I was thinking it, and then I realized, like, wait a minute.
We don't even know if he's down there. Why are we going
That's
down and
20.
dealing with these fuckheads? We don't have to do that.
20 for a 32.
Fuck yeah, nice. Actually, you 100% do indeed pick up his ship signal. There is no power, there is no trail, but you do in fact get a bounce back from what is still remaining from his computer systems, as you can see that his ship has been subsumed by the planetoid satellite. It is basically in the way of being processed and ripped to pieces. Not presently, but you know, like it's on the pile for this.
Well, Captain, I got some good news and maybe bad news.
Yeah.
Good news is our assassin clone is down there. Or at the very least, his ship is.
Okay.
Now, would you like the bad news?
Sure.
It's in the process of being consumed by the planet.
Huh. Awesome.
We need to take that ship.
Yeah. I think let's. Carlina, you said these are your people. How about you take the lead on this when we go in?
Let's say howdy.
Okay. The other thing too is to be honest, I'm suspecting that at most we're going to get a lead on him. When you say he's down there, Merc, it feels almost like somebody had a crime and then torched their car to help avoid it being traced.
Well, that's why I said his ship is down there, but I don't know if he is.
Fair enough.
Actually, give me one more second. Dad, can I also scan for the vault?
No, because there's no signal coming from the vault.
Okay. Merc tries to do it. Well, there's no signal coming from the vault, so who's to say it's even down there?
Yeah.
But
I don't think I'm betting that it is, but hey, information is what we're looking for right now, and ideally, if we're lucky, we'll get it.
If he's down there, if we find him, we find the vault.
Exactly. So
I might have to break his legs.
What? Why?
Let's go in polite. Let's go in as friends and go in polite.
Hey, I said
Can,
might.
can we do that? Can we go in? No shooting, no fighting, just
Oh
polite.
man.
Do we
No
ever
shooting,
plan?
and Elwyn thinks of meddling for a second.
No shooting, no arguing, no fighting. Just go in as friends.
Merc looks at Carolina. No swinging a giant hammer.
Hammer's the last resort. We go in as friends.
That's what I said.
Maybe trade some knowledge. Maybe like we might have some plans they don't have. That could be useful. Knowledge for knowledge. That's always good. Like trade some lore. Junkers are happy with that. You might have some plans that could be useful for them.
Oh, Merc thinks. Actually, I do have some plans that I picked off the assassin.
There you go. There you go. That's always useful. So yeah, let's go in to look to trade some information with them. Let's do it.
All right. So you're gonna signal down to the planet.
Yeah.
All right. You begin to signal. As you do, you receive a ping back. Which I'm gonna have to just take 2 seconds just to finish this off. Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Elwyn is internally praying that this goes better than the jungle planet.
Oh, Merc's not even internally; he is externally praying Diomede that this
What happened on the-
goes better.
What happened on the jungle planet again?
The zombie
Been in
people and
place.
Simon. The
Oh yes.
the plant zombie people and Simon and Elle getting blinded and knocked unconscious.
The plants turned carnivorous.
I
Oh,
do
and
remember
Elle
that.
trying to cast harm on an undead. That happened.
Yeah.
And the giant armadillos.
Oh yeah, and the armadillos. I remember that now.
there were just a few things.
Oh,
Okay.
and the toe is bagged up and set aside for later. Just by the way, Elle would have
In case you
quickly
get
I
hungry.
would put it on ice.
that yes, it's iced and put away for later.
Okay. Sure. You have the toe iced and put away for later. Okay.
Halloween snack time.
No, investigation and biology time. Listen, Elle's got to do something while y'all are having this discussion about going down there. Okay,
Hey,
she
hey.
got to be doing something.
Taste is part of biology.
No. Literally gotta go like, yeah, thanks, Marcus.
Okay.
In
You
general,
can't see it. You can't see it, but I'm giving you the heart.
Aw, little hearts. Okay. Share that. Done. Put you in the folder that I'm not going to forget for later. Because I am not going to lose track of this. All right. As you call up the comms, you hear a terrifying voice. State your business.
Hi, we noticed there's a ship down there on the junk heap, and we were looking for some information on that ship. We'd be happy to trade you some of our own plans and some great engineering information. Was wondering if you'd be open to a trade.
Say that again.
Just looking to trade information for some junker plans and any other information you guys might be interested in.
As he says this, he goes, activate your visual comms immediately.
Do we have visual comms?
You do.
Okay, yeah, I turn them on.
All right. As you do so, the bridge is now visible to the communications hub from the space station, and all of a sudden you see this. A very odd-looking Pathra with what looks to be very brightly colored clothes. Sort of these huge, like, sort of work goggles and stuff like that. And all of a sudden you hear, "Oh my God, Carlina, is that you?"
I know who this is, right?
You just say you tell me. You did the donation. You get to decide who this is and how they're related to you.
Oh my God. Is that you, Cousin Mandy?
Yeah, it's me, Cousin Mandy. I'm just totally trying to write this down now. Cousin Mandy, that is my name. I'm not going to forget.
And yeah,
certainly
Mandy's a dude.
I'm
Mandy is
writing it down.
absolutely a dude.
Yep.
I'm writing it down.
It's man in all caps.
Captain Man. Cousin Mandy. Oh, bloody hell. Actually, no, hold on. I'm not going to make him British. Let me try that again. South African. Oh, he could be South African. Oh, look, South African. All right, very well. He's going to be South African. Oh, my God. Cousin Carlina, what are you doing in this port of space? There's no one supposed to be down this ways. You're a long way from home if you've made your way here.
I know. We don't know how we got here either. It's been a very confusing ride. I'm so happy we found you.
Oh, well, it is, you got to find work where you got to have work. And, if you and your team want to come down and have a bit of a chinwag, feel free. Come on. Take down the trap barriers. And you watch as several of these, like, sort of electrified-looking nets suddenly start to disappear and go down around the vessel. You figure that's kind of how this thing gets caught. All right. Come park your car. We'll find you a hub to land in. And as your ship descends down onto the Junker planet, that is where we're going to end today's session. Now, bear in mind, while this may be a very friendly appearance, I will remind everyone that this is the Vast Grim referenced episode for next week, as our heroes are going to be dealing with people who believe that the universe have ended, even though it hasn't. Which is going to lead into some pretty dark territories. So preemptive warning for next week for those of you who are going to enjoy it. And thank you once again to our dear, dear friend Malakisa for donating for this piece of the adventure. I also hope you liked the design. I definitely wanted to keep that kind of Vast Grim vibe for him as well. That kind of like, I don't know, it's the Morkborg kind of crazed, like, hyper highlighter colors and stuff like that. So I hope I haven't disappointed.
It's perfect. I love him.
Awesome. Amazing. So find out more about Cousin Mandy and all of the adventures next week when we return. But in the meantime, guys, we will be back on Wednesday for Season of the Ghost, as well as Friday for the 7 Dooms for Sandpoint. So stay tuned for that. We do actually still have some seats available for those of you who are considering learning Pathfinder and stuff. We got 2 seats available for 7 Dooms and 1 seat available for Season of Ghosts if you guys want to join. Season of Ghosts is going to be going into book 2 of their adventure soon, and 7 Dooms is wrapping up soon, which means a new adventure awaits those guys over there. So yeah, there you go. Cool. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Mike. I'm the Dead as a Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. You can find it here a number of times during the week. Stay safe, stay wonderful, and as always, game hard or die trying. Good night, guys.
Bye.
Good night, all.
Bye.